Hello the internet and welcome. So today I'm going to be doing the tag video if I could only keep one, or if I could only choose one. I was tagged by RDLOVERBUNNY. I will put her channel down below. Thank you for tagging me, and I'm sorry it took me forever to get to this video. So it took me a while because I was conflicted and I had a really hard time choosing pretty much all of the color products. That's ultimately where my choices became difficult. But then I remembered this is just a video on YouTube. The beauty tag police are not going to bust down my door and confiscate all the makeup I didn't choose just because I post a video. So I've made my choices from a list of products that I use. It might not necessarily be the same as the initial video's list of categories. I believe initially one of the options was like lip gloss, and I don't use a lot of lip glosses, things like that. So this is just if I could only choose one out of the category of products that I actually use. So starting off with what I put on my face first after skincare, primer. So for primer, I went with Loreal Magic Perfecting Base. This is kind of an oldie but goodie product for me. It doesn't necessarily prolong the wear of my foundation. I will say that. It's a thicker primer. It doesn't necessarily keep my foundation on longer, but it does a really good job of like smoothing the skin and filling pores because it is a thicker product. Foundation. So this is the NBA Cosmetics Perfect Finish Aloe Foundation. It is a smaller brand, and I really like their products. So even though I have kind of combo oily skin, and this is not a matte foundation, it works so well. It's buildable, it's comfortable, it does an amazing job at not transferring. So I can pair this with a primer that doesn't necessarily do an amazing job and still have a decent look throughout the day. So I love this stuff. The shade Natural is like a perfect shade match, and I just look glowy and happy and wonderful, and I love it. Moving on, concealer. So I've tried a lot of concealers, and this is probably the best when it comes to being a shade match, being buildable, brightening a little bit, but still being dark enough to actually conceal when I need it to. This is the Absolute New York Radiant Cover Concealer. Next up, setting powder. So this is another recent find for me. It's the L'Oreal Hydra Perfect Loose Setting Powder. Giant tub of powdery goodness. I've been enjoying this. It's the setting powder. It sets, does its job. Can't complain. Then let's do contour slash bronzer. I went ahead and combined these two because I don't do that separately. Like I literally just use my bronzer as a contour if I feel like contouring. So this is the e.l.f. Warm Bronzer. There are like 3 shades. There's a cool, there's a golden, and there's a warm. I like the warm, and I mean, I can use it to set my under eye, I can use it to contour, as a bronzer, I can even use it as a blush if necessary. So like, it's like 4 products in one. It's a good little quad. It's compact. I like it. Then, this is kind of cheating, but I combined the blush and highlight categories because I was gonna use a palette. So this is the Makeup Revolution blush palette in the shade Goddess. I went with this because you have 4 blush shades on the bottom, you have 4 highlights on the top. I love my fancy indie brand highlights as much as the next person, but when it comes to just versatility and everyday use, like I can get a lot of use out of this palette. I've had it for over a year. I'm almost at pan on one of the blushes. It's really simple and awesome and inexpensive. I think it's like $7. I love this, and I think if I could only have like one blush slash highlight product for the rest of forever, it would be this. Okay, moving on. Brow product. Do I even have to say it? Nicka eyebrow pencil. Not even gonna. Y'all know. Okay, eyeshadow palette. This was the really freaking hard one because I like color, but I like quality. And finding a good combination between those two things was really, really difficult. I have really great quality palettes that just don't have a wide enough shade range that I would be happy using it forever. Like the Juvia's Place Saharan palette. Beautiful, beautiful colors, but there just isn't enough variety that I could be happy with that forever. The quality is great, but there just aren't enough colors. And I have like 35 pan palettes from Cara Beauty and C'est La Vie, and the colors are there, but the quality is not. So when it comes to that critical balance, I ended up going with the Okalan Press Pigment palette. This is like I think it was Urban Decay Through the Looking Glass dupe. So I ended up going with this because for a dupe palette, it's actually really decent quality. It has a varied enough shade range that I think I could get use out of this. There are greens, there are blues, there's a pink, there's a yellow. I think I could make this work. I could be happy with this. I would miss all of my like Davina's duochrome, Touch of Glam Beauty, fancy pants shadows. I would miss them so much, but I could make this palette work for the foreseeable future if I had to. For eye primer, kind of a weird choice, but I went with Ulta Beauty's glitter primer, simply because if I were to go with something like Milani, which is a favorite of mine, it would work for regular eyeshadows, it would be fine, but if I wanted to do something really shimmery or high impact or pigmented, it would be kind of difficult. So I would go with this because I can set it with powder if I need it to be, if I need it to not be as tacky and more of a smooth surface, or I can leave it as is and get really decent color impact from all of my shadows. So I don't know necessarily whether liquid and pencil will be considered different categories. I'm just going with a single eyeliner. This is the Ulta Beauty gel liner in the shade Blackout. I haven't actually taken this one out of the packaging yet, but I love the Ulta Beauty gel liners. These things are great. They are such a dupe for the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On eye pencils. They're really soft, they're blendable, I can lay them down as like a base for my shadows, I can smoke them out, I can get a precise line if I sharpen them well. Like I love these so much, and they're significantly cheaper than the Urban Decay pencils, significantly. I can forego liquid liner because I can turn eyeshadow into eyeliner by wetting my brush and just being careful. I can't turn eyeshadow into a waterline color without hurting my eye, so I'm gonna need to go with a pencil liner. For mascara, I'm choosing something that I don't actually have, and that is the Essence Get Big Lashes mascara. Really inexpensive, totally affordable product, and the reason that I'm going with that is I can look back through my photos of makeup to when I started my Instagram page last year, and I can tell without looking at the description every single picture that I am wearing that mascara. It is incredible. It's like putting on a set of false lashes without the false lashes. I love it. So for lipstick, I'm going with the Revlon Super Lustrous lipstick in the shade Peach Me. It's just a cute, light, peachy shade. It's a little shimmery. It works with a lot of different looks. It's comfortable. I like it. And then liquid lipstick, ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Speed Dial. This ends up drying down a bit darker to more of a peachy brown, brownish red. And I like that. It's not like fire engine red. It's still wearable on a daily basis, but if I wanted to amp up my lips a bit, I feel like this would keep me happy for a while. I wear it a lot, as I do with the Peach Me, so I'd be happy with this. And then last, but certainly not least, setting spray. So Hard Candy, the matte setting spray by Hard Candy. It does a really great job of keeping my makeup on. I don't need to blot as often when I use this, which is always a good thing. It's inexpensive, and I like it. It smells nice too. It smells nice. That's always a plus. So that is all of my products for the If I Could Only Choose One. I will go ahead and I will list them down below in case anyone is curious or wants to look them up. But that is all for now. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day or night, depending on when you're seeing this, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.